Hey, welcome everyone. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm here at the Thursday evening edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Boy, it'd be nice if the clouds parted a little sooner today. Our forecast kind of busted a little bit in terms of temperatures and the expected sky cover because the clouds were just stubborn in most of the area this afternoon. Now, that being said, despite the slate gray overcast, it still was not a colder than average day. Our high today at the airport, 49. And through the first week of March, an eye-popping 17 degrees plus, warmer than the average. I looked earlier, I believe this is the second warmest first week of March on record for our area, and the mild times are going to continue on our Friday. This is the way the sky looked from our Canfield Fairgrounds camera today. Pretty much cloudy all day. Now, we did have some exceptions to this. By late afternoon, the sky finally started to clear and brighten in Mercer County, in parts of Trumbull County as well, and in the 6 and 7 o'clock hours, I should say, this evening, the clouds have started to thin some. It's, a little too late, one of those kinds of things. With clearing skies for a while this evening, I'm expecting some clouds to roll back in later on tonight. In the meantime, severe weather is ongoing this evening out across the middle of the country. This is part of a 3-day severe weather event that'll be something that'll be more typical, of course, as we head deeper into the spring season. Severe thunderstorm watches are out from about Wichita down to Fort Worth, Texas, into some of the rural areas in western Texas as well. There's been a lot of hail-producing storms over the last few hours. Now, the severe weather threat tomorrow will shift a little farther to the east to capture it from Dallas eastward, pretty much, over towards the panhandle of Florida and parts of Alabama and Mississippi. And then on Saturday, the threat will shift into the Carolinas and northern parts of Florida and up into the Atlanta area as well. So, 3 straight days of pretty busy weather across the southern tier states. Now, that system is the same one that won't produce severe weather here, but rain here later Friday into Friday night and Saturday. In fact, quite a bit of rain heading our way. The NAM model's not really wanting to play ball too much, but our model consensus is up here in the rainfall totals through Saturday night, exceeding an inch, maybe even an inch and a half. I tend to favor more like towards the bottom end of our model range here, an inch and a quarter maybe, something like that. But yeah, pretty healthy early March drink of water heading our way. Now, during the daylight hours on Friday, we'll certainly get off to a dry start. If you have outdoor plans on Friday, if your job involves working outdoors, be ready to get a little wet late in the day. Most of the day fine, but starting around 4 to 5 o'clock, we're going to be fair game to see a couple of showers, and showers will become more and more common by sunset and thereafter. Showers continue off and on into Saturday morning, but I'm expecting this kind of showery regime to evolve into more of just a steady rain, just a soaking rain for the second half of the day. Saturday is a fresh area of low pressure forms along our front, so Saturday will end very, very soggy. And then Sunday, here's the cold air. The rain's gone. The cold air is here. There'll be flurries. There'll be snow showers. Of course, there's no ice on the Great Lakes, so the Great Lakes will be wide open for business with some lake enhancement. I'm expecting, the ground to get covered in some spots on Sunday, mostly the grass, and mostly in areas north of I-80, but it will be possible that some of us could see some measurable snow on Sunday. Again, best chance of this, usual suspects with some lake enhancement. So Newton Falls, Southington, Warren, across the I-80 corridor and points north. Once you go south of there, the odds of measurable snow decrease. Our in-house model here does paint up to a half an inch or so, but you got to take some of these numbers with a grain of salt, with a lot of this falling during the daylight hours in March with temperatures above freezing. I'm expecting largely wet roadways region-wide, even in areas where there might be a slushy inch or so on the grass. The roads should be largely okay on Sunday, but it's going to be blustery and it's going to be cold. 52 on Saturday, but only 36 Sunday, and the wind chill will be mostly in the 20s on Sunday. If you're heading to Boardman to the Mahoning Valley St. Patrick's Day Parade, which 21 WFMJ is always a proud sponsor of, be ready for a real cold one. I mean, it's going to feel like about 20 degrees when you factor in the breeze. But what else is new? The cold does not last long. We're 7 below average on Sunday, right at about average on Monday, and then boom, we pop back into the 60s for a few days. Now, if you've been following long-range forecasts, you know that beyond this period, beyond St. Patrick's Day especially, I am expecting a different pattern. And, we're seeing no evidence that this is not going to happen. Now, is it going to be super cold? No. It's not going to be like that. Will it come with a bunch of snow chances? Probably not. But it will be a distinctly cooler pattern. We're not going to have a whole lot of days in the 60s anyway during the last 10 days or so of March, and that trend may continue into the month of April as well. We'll have more long-range thoughts on future editions of Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching this Thursday evening edition. Have a great night, and I will see you right back here on Friday.